Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Depends, I Guess podcast. I am Jackie,
And I'm Caroline.
and in the decks we have
DJ.
welcome back to episode number 6. And if you see, yeah, clearly you can see we are wearing Ireland paraphernalia. This will be coming out of
We are representing Paddy's Day. Yes.
St. Patrick's.
We have two Irish nationals in the house.
Here,
Yes.
and then we met in Ireland. Was the beginning of, or the beginning of our friendship and family association and community.
Yes.
Yes. First I'll start with how your week has been.
Yes.
And what has caught your eye on the internet streets.
My week has been the depths of taxes.
Oh, nice.
Swiss tax system is very complicated. We have to return our taxes every year at the end of March, although it can be extended to September. And gathering all the requirement for taxes and filing. And can I say it's also in German? It is a lot of work. So it's been a tax week. I've done this for a couple of years, but it never gets easy.
You have.
It never gets easy. Actually gets more complicated every year. I know.
Yeah, like, how did I do this last time?
Yes. But so far, so good. What caught my eye this week on the internet, actually, we shared this across
Yes.
this week.
Yeah.
I want to sort of
Give a name to, yeah.
Yes, I
found
want
that so cool.
Yes. I want to acknowledge this creator. She's called Nick Francisca. She's on Instagram. I think she's also a YouTube content creator. So what caught my eye was actually one of her videos where she's like, okay, day in my life. She wakes up. She's in Nigeria, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she wakes up and starts her day like, oh, today I was sick, but then I had to do some chores. And then she goes out, washes her clothes the old-fashioned way.
This
This washing. Yeah. And then she goes through her day in such sequences and very well created content where I felt like I really relate to the life she lives right now, like what it is like to actually live in a village somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and what piqued my interest with this creator is that she didn't have to follow certain aesthetics when it comes to content creation.
Yes.
Whatever she has, whether it's washing clothes with her hands, whether it's going to the shop across the road to buy maybe
Ovaltine,
a sachet of
she was going to buy Ovaltine that day.
Ovaltine, and then she made her tea, and then she was like, okay, this is my fit for the day. And she's not even trying to change anything about her environment. Like, she's giving us content about her environment. Her handle is Nick_Francisca_love. She's fantastic. Big up to her. I think
I know, and I truly also love that because it really, I guess a lot of what you see right now.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm on, the guy, the Europovo guy.
Yes.
Maybe because maybe because of that. What I gets pushed to me also is all this making ice. People making ice for days, and you know how you have to do the whole. Let me do it. No, you have to do the.
Oh yeah.
Every time you do something, it's like there is your. I'm like, what's the point of that?
It's called, I think, SMR. God. There's certain sounds that are appealing to people when they hear them in videos.
but there's all these trends, and it's like you find that content creation, when there's a wave, it's like everyone's doing so everyone's making ice from grapes, and everyone's making whatever, and everyone has a house that is beige and has, everybody has the same look. Everyone has the same beddings. They all shop everywhere. And so it's nice to see somebody coming in and say, and showing, no, this is the level I'm coming in at. And this is what I am. This is my life. It could be humble beginnings, but that's where I'm at. I was like, oh, that's amazing.
She does a fantastic job of just showing her every day. And then she has this, I think, eye for creativity. So she's like taking shots of in a way that actually shows there's thought process put into that content creation. She probably spent a lot of time making those videos.
True.
Different angles. I think she laid out her clothes and then each and every item keeps disappearing from the bed. And I'm so like, nice. Oh, good for you, girl. I loved it. I loved watching that. So Nick, Francesca, we love you here.
Yeah, I love your content so much. Yeah, that's probably the same thing that caught my eye, because I think with this, you shared it.
You shared it, and then I was like, I saw it actually this morning.
It was shared to us. My week has been okay. I'm still just
for Titus is kicking your ass.
No, it's good so far.
Okay,
everything else is good.
Okay.
He's still healing, so that's what I still can't. I can't put any weight on it until later this week, hopefully. Let's see. Hopefully, it all goes well with my follow up with the surgeon. DJ, anything that caught your attention? No. How's your week been?
It will help if I turn on the mic.
Yes.
Hold it. Just had a regular back to work, just getting back into the swing of things after being away for 2 weeks, enjoying life.
In the Gambia.
Not much to just back to work.
Yeah.
That's it,
Anything catch your eye on the internet?
I haven't had time. Once you've been away from work for so long, it's like the place was on its way out. So now they want to flood you with so much work that you don't even have time. I was just so tired to do anything, to go to the internet. Nothing really. I haven't had a look, but I'll fill you in next week.
All right.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Now, before what about you? Me? Maybe.
Yes.
My week has just been...
Oh, okay. Sorry. I realized you didn't say anything, so I was like, you acknowledged what I was saying before. Yeah, you mentioned that. Okay.
I don't think I've done much else, honestly. And it's weird. It's very weird if you're someone who's so used to being active.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's only so fast I can walk on those damn crutches.
Yeah.
I walk one length and I'm like, okay, I have to rest.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, but hopefully all is good. I'm off painkillers.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All, so that's good. Yeah.
Can I also say, like, I almost forgot, but I was super amazed to learn that you actually have drive-thrus in Switzerland.
Oh, yeah. Like
I didn't think they existed. I don't know why. I didn't think.
To be fair, I know one.
Yes.
Then the other one we discovered.
Yes.
But I only know one.
Yeah.
The one that's near. It's far out, to be honest.
Yes.
But in the city, yes, we discovered another one.
Yeah. I think why I didn't think they existed is that because Zurich is such a small city
and so compact.
Even driving itself is an extreme sport, especially when you have small roads everywhere, traffic. I didn't think there was actually space made for people to have like outlets where you can actually buy something over a window, and I didn't think the city was made for that. So
also when height was. It was structured. It's like you're going into an underground parking, and then instead of going fully underground, it kind of turns. So it's not like taking up space on the street. It's also kind of maximize like vertical space.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. It does take a lot of planning, some of this stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that was good. So before we go into today's topic, we've seen or heard many places people discussing like toxic traits and all. Toxicity is a big word. Today we're talking about how we are the toxic one.
Am I the drama?
But before we go into that, given that it's Paddy's Day and Ireland is our common thread. Yes. What are some of the things you love and miss about Ireland?
Can I say the first obvious one? For me, Guinness.
I didn't know that was obvious. Okay, I'll take it.
See, you are the people who spread that narrative.
No, it is true. Let me give you the story about the Guinness. The Guinness I've had in Kenya is actually the export Guinness, the export version, which is a bit heavier. And the Guinness they actually sell in pubs in Ireland is almost like a lager. So it's lighter, it's creamier, it's fantastic. Like once I moved to Ireland and I discovered the real Guinness, the Guinness in Ireland, like I've never gone back.
I'm not a beer drinker. So that's the thing. I hear people describing beer like that, and I've tried it. And I'm like, it just tastes the same. But I am not a beer drinker. But I can appreciate everyone I know who's come to Ireland always says the Guinness is better in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, well, I'm not a beer drinker, as I said, so whiskey is my favorite.
Oh, whiskey.
Yes. And I definitely miss Irish. I mean, we can get it here, but it's not the variety of what you get here is not what you have in Ireland. And I think living in Ireland is what actually made me discover when they say the whiskey is triple distilled, it's triple distilled. And there is a difference. It's very smooth. It's not as sharp on the back of your throat. It's very good.
Yeah.
I do miss having access to variety of.
So you mean
Irish
what we
whiskey.
get here is we don't even get half of
no.
what?
A lot of this is where I can see why this Scotch whiskey is so popular.
Yes.
A lot more Scotch whiskey is available here.
Okay.
Yeah. So the most of what you'll get variety, 90% of it is Scottish whiskey. Yeah.
So who are the biggest producers? The Scottish or is it Ireland?
I don't know. I guess Scotch is very well known outside.
Okay.
But there's also the US.
Yes.
And we like their bourbon, which is I guess a version of whiskey.
Yeah.
So this probably also produce a lot. Ireland produces a lot as well. And I know now the Japanese also are doing a lot in that space.
Yeah, Japanese whiskeys actually I discovered them a couple of years ago. I think they're very good.
Yeah.
I'm not a die-hard whiskey, but you've influenced me in the last couple of years. Once in a while, I feel very whiskey-like. So, yes.
Tando, anything you miss, DJ?
The people.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you'll never have the entertaining humor of some old guy in a pub who's telling you, oh my
in a random
God.
pub in a random neighborhood.
He'll
and
start
it's a pub
talking
where there's
to
like
you.
3 of them.
Yeah, and you know, there's something about Irish people. You being black, you always come with the defensive first.
Yeah.
That's how I operate. But with an Irish guy, it's not the fact that he's just socially disconnected, that he's not trying to offend you. He's just saying stuff that's on his mind. And plus he's been drinking, which makes for a fun, entertaining person, you know, like Irish listen.
Yeah.
Some of my best times have been talking to random people in Irish pubs.
Yeah. I definitely miss the people.
Yeah.
That's and it is a drastic difference.
Yeah.
Between Irish people and the Swiss. Drastic.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely miss the Irish people. Also miss the landscape. Like the landscape is beautiful country. Rains every fucking day. But
the Irish will argue with that fact. It doesn't rain every day.
Rains every damn day. Maybe out of 365 days a year, there's like 10 days it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
But
before we go to more of the stuff, like for our listeners who probably might not know what Paddy's Day or St. Patrick's Day is, like, could you explain what's the history of St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
What are we celebrating?
I would like to be able to tell you the honest truth about what St. Patrick's Day represents, but I don't have all the facts, so I don't want to feel you.
Yes.
Patrick, who I only know the rumors that he chased away all the snakes.
I heard about
Ireland
that.
has no snakes, but the myth is he chased away all the snakes.
I don't believe that. I don't think that's how it happened, but that's how they say it happened. So we'll stick to that.
Yes.
Okay. Like with St. Patrick's Day, it's an excuse to party. Do you know? It's an excuse to party. I think, Irish people don't need much but now we've got St. Patrick's. I don't think he was even Irish.
I know.
No.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it's one of the largest exports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's the amount of celebration that happens outside of Ireland itself.
Yes, that's
and
true.
then also living in Ireland, one thing that I learned is Irish people tend to now run away from being in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day because so many tourists come in.
It's amateurs drinking night.
Yes.
Come on now. Us professionals, we are there. Yeah. This is the St. Patrick's Day is for amateurs drinking night. Those amateurs. Oh, I'm going to go wild.
Yeah.
Let my hair down.
Day of the year, I think, where you can openly drink on the streets.
Oh, yeah. In Ireland.
Yes, that's true. You can't drink on
alcohol on the streets.
In public,
No.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Okay.
Watch.
I think I in the 2 years I lived in Ireland, I did celebrate. I did go for the festival,
Parades,
the parades, Good times. Good times. Yeah. In the March. Yeah.
Ooh, other things that I miss. I think everyone here misses. I'm a foodie. Potatoes. Irish potatoes are the best potatoes.
The Kikuyu in me is happy.
Yes.
Whenever in Ireland, I love potatoes.
Are really good. No, when they say Irish potatoes, there's a reason why they're called Irish potatoes.
What was your go-to takeaway place in Ireland?
Ooh, I know that. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting it.
For me, I'll start with my own.
Start.
Leo Burdock's.
Where's that?
This is a fish and chips place where I think they put crack in their food. It is unbelievable.
Leo is.
Not that I've tasted crack, I'm just saying. If crack was a good thing, that's what it would taste like.
I think I've had that. Let me tell you where this is terrible. But their food was always really good after a long night out.
Charlie's.
No. Some place called Abracadabra.
That's the one I was looking for. Abracadabra.
But when you're sober, you can't eat that stuff. You cannot eat those. But there's something they do with this French fries that have like there's the one that has cheese and bacon.
Yes.
And oh God, that stuff was so good.
Yes.
But
That
when
one
you're sober,
I remember.
You cannot eat it. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Abracadabra. Yeah.
What else? Oh, their steaks. Their meat is actually pretty good. That's the first time I had this meat where it's like 28-day dry aged.
Yeah.
Is it? That's what they call it, right? Dry aged. Yeah. Which I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Because, in Kenya, you kill the goat, you eat the goat.
Yeah.
But then they have this process where they hang it for 28 days in like specific spaces, in specific conditions. Amazing steaks.
Yeah.
And at a really cheap price.
Yeah. Pretty good. Is it cows? There are many there?
Yeah.
Or where do I get
there's a
steaks
lot of
from?
cows.
Yeah.
I think Irish beef is popular all over the
Yes,
world.
yes.
Irish
beef is
And
popular.
Irish butter is the
Ooh,
best butter,
yes.
actually.
Irish butter is pretty good.
Yes,
too.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Irish horses. Not to eat though, but to sell. Yeah,
I know horse meat is actually edible. So yes,
Actually, here you can buy it in the store.
you can buy horse meat. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Irish horses are very popular.
Yeah.
Because their breed is really, sought out for by the people who can afford to take up that hobby.
Yeah. I've seen many sheep when driving around Ireland.
But interestingly, I don't think I ever saw mutton
or lamb.
Or maybe are they bred for the
wool?
For the wool,
Likely.
I'd like you look at me like I know. No.
You've
you are
lived
the
the
most
longest.
Irish amongst us.
Yes.
You always joke that for some reason that I barely scraped through the.
Listen.
If they were to stop me and ask me who is at least I know who the Taoiseachs, the Prime Ministers are.
Yeah.
But there's certain things they would ask me, no clue. I don't even know the Irish national anthem. No idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something called Galway Girl. No, it's not. No.
It's not that Ireland.
No, that's not it. No.
Okay. All right.
It's something in Gaelic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gaelic is the local language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
All
so
right. We might.
Day.
Yes,
Woo.
please do something fun. There's always something fun to do everywhere in the world. Oh, and another thing, every airport I've been to in the world has an Irish pub.
Yes, and every big city.
Has an Irish pub.
Yeah, I think that's a big export.
That's a big export. Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
Irish and English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irish more.
Irish more.
Yeah.
Because Irish has a certain look of old wood, some leather,
Yeah, and feels exotic.
Yeah.
Compared to English pub.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Now, are you all ready to dive into your toxic ways? You ready?
Let's start with you.
Yeah. I'm really thinking, should I start bad, really bad, and work my way, or fuck it.
So we can lay it down this way. We, as you said before when we started, am I the drama at work? So career-wise, am I the drama in friendships? Mm-hmm. Am I the drama in relationships? Mm-hmm. So the toxic sides of you that comes out in this aspect. Yeah.
And to be fair, some of them are things that some of them are things we're still working on. Some of them are things we've worked on. Mm-hmm. So whatever. Okay, all right. Let me just start terribly with the bad one. And this is something one of our friends, Renee, coined in one of our previous episodes.
Yes.
And she called it pipe therapy.
Can I apologize to all the senior citizens listening to this podcast right now? This is
senior and younger citizens.
Younger citizens. If there's anyone under the age of or over the age of, please refrain from listening.
Yes, please. I have changed my ways. I have improved. But let me tell you,
we were all raised in Christian homes here.
Yes, I was. Let me just say that my mother
gonna patent that pipe therapy. Please don't take that. We're patenting it. Okay, go on.
So, in my 20s, probably in early 30s. Yeah, but definitely in my 20s, especially after college when I started working, there's a period there I was a strong believer in pipe therapy.
Yeah.
And there's the regular pipe therapy where it's, when you go through a breakup, the quickest way to get over someone is to get under someone.
Okay.
Mine was pipe therapy even in relationships and mostly situationships.
How does that work?
So if I'm in a situationship,
yes,
and I can even smell any heartbreak, even just a small idea of heartbreak.
Yes.
I'll go find other pipe to fix just in that moment.
Oh. So
yes.
Okay. So you get there before the other person.
Yes.
Okay.
It was just a way. So when I look back, I think it was just a way of making myself feel so okay. I'll give a classic example. I could be in a situationship and I don't want it to be a situationship.
Yes.
I want it to be a proper relationship.
Yes.
And the guy is like, I'm not looking for anything serious.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The not normal. The healthier thing to do is to recognize, okay, this thing is not serving me. I should exit and go find somebody who wants what I want, right? But no. In that moment, because I feel hurt, I'll go find someone who makes me feel good, even for a moment. But I'll still go back to that situationship. Yes.
If it makes you feel good, I'm trying to find the logic. If it made you feel good, would you go back with renewed energy, or you feel like you feel more in control?
Yes, because I feel like, you think you're the only one who can be not available. Even I can find ways to be. They would never know.
Okay.
To be fair, most of them until now probably don't know that this is what I was doing.
Okay.
But it just gave me some satisfaction of, and maybe it was a control thing, like feeling like as much as I'm not in control in this situationship, I feel like I'm in control because I can dip out and
it's more of a control
thing. Heal
thing.
my wound for even if it's a week or 2 weeks. But yes, that was my version of pipe therapy.
Okay.
Yes.
You've started us strong. You've started us strong. Okay.
I think we can leave that one right there. I think we're done here. We're done.
I'm going to step a notch down. Maybe am I the drama at work? Maybe I'm the drama. I don't know. Am I the drama? Maybe I am. Okay. There's a meme about, there's somebody who did a meme on that. So when I moved from Kenya to Ireland, I moved for work. And this was the first time I was actually moving to work in a big American company where actually visibility is quite important.
Everything.
And I was coming from Kenya where I didn't talk much and I was not expected to actually ask questions, even when I'm talking to my seniors. So this for me was a work culture shock where I have to be more talkative, to be more open. So now, this is how I figured out to play the game. In the first, I think, quarter at work, one of the feedback I got was like, you're too quiet. Maybe work on a personal OKR to be more talkative. Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, now how do I play this game? So my drama part of this, which it's a notch down now, considering where you started. But I sort of became this person who would talk would ask even nonsense questions in meetings. Like sometimes I even know where the answer is going, but I just want to be seen. And I was
asking.
You've told me to play this game, I'm gonna play this game. Sometimes I would ask a question, people would be like, that's not part of what we are talking about.
It's like, doesn't matter.
Sometimes it would make me look stupid in a way, but I always felt like my manager is here, they're seated here. Sometimes I know what I'm asking. I already know the answer, but just for visibility. Another thing was also sending out emails. Like I would send random emails that don't mean anything because like that's how you play the game.
To look like I'm active.
Yes.
I'm proactive.
Sometimes you just send out emails just to, put some fire in the, like bring in a little bit of controversy.
The folks used to annoy me at work.
Yes, I would reply to emails just with nonsense, like nothing. But this was just a way of visibility.
But kudos to you for playing the game.
I had to.
Yeah.
Because we were on like sort of a training program where the feedback was actually quite important. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had a short time to turn things around.
Yeah. We had 2 years to turn things around. Yeah. So we needed to play the game. And I didn't want to go back to Kenya. I didn't want this to end. And then I have to go back to Kenya without a full-time job.
Yeah.
So I needed to play the game. And I played the game. But yeah, that's...
I like that.
Am I the drama at work?
That's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, we can have a whole other question about how I personally think that whole visibility thing is.
Yeah.
There's nothing really beneficial about it, but it's American work culture.
Yes. Maybe we'll talk about that in one of the topics. We've navigated careers in tech, so it will be a good topic to talk about. Yeah.
DJ, do you have something you think that you were the toxic one?
Well, I think I'm the toxic one.
Yeah.
No,
you can recognize in your past
that I'm toxic.
That you were.
Am I? Did you create some drama? Were you the drama?
Was I the drama? Did I create drama? Not intentionally. If I did, I didn't know I was doing it.
Yeah.
But no, let me think about it. We'll swing back.
We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. My next one. I don't know how. I'll go later. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now this one, I think I was even telling a few people recently. I have this thing, in Swahili, it's a saying my dad used to have, and I don't know if it's common, where people say, come and buy and buy.
Oh,
like,
yes.
If it's bad,
it's already bad.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And I think I have improved on this. But I used to, let me give you an example. This used to happen often. Let's say I have a falling out with a friend.
Yes.
And I think it's like, and it's one of those, maybe it's not you didn't see it coming. It's like, sometimes something can start as a small conversation.
Yes.
Then you go into an argument like back and forth, and then it deteriorates to just chaos.
Yes.
When situations like that would happen, and of course those are things that get you worked up. Once I have that energy of like, especially if I'm trying to resolve something and I feel like the other person is going lower, and I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to stay above the fray. I'm trying to be like, how Michelle said, when they go low, you go high. I'm trying to stay high.
Yeah.
There's a point it reaches, and I'm like, fuck it. Now let me just go to the gutter. And once I go there, and the things that I know in fights with friends we've fallen out with, they are said where it's just like, when you look back, you're like, man, I didn't have to go there.
Yeah.
But let's say that situation deteriorates. I now start carrying energy of like, okay, now if you're burning bridges, let us burn all the bridges. And usually I would go and burn all the bridges. So I'll be like, I know there's this friend who I think they've been acting this way. And I'll call people up and be like, you know what? Fuck you. And that was me. I would I'd get to this point of like just getting worked up. And I'm like, you want to end a friendship and think about a good friend? Fine. Now even all these friends can just go to hell.
So it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
So if it happens here, everybody around you will feel it. You are the drama.
Yes, I used to be. I used to be that drama. One of my really good friends at the time, this happened in our dating situation.
Yes.
And I was not in a relationship at the time. So I was like probably like going on dates with a few people. One guy really pissed me off. And I was like, you know what? Why are all these men even around? I would call and be like, where are you at? Let's grab a drink. And I'd go just burn bridges.
Yeah.
I remember like one of my best friends used to know, and she would call me and like she talked to me and she'd know, we are burning bridges. Tunachoma.
Oh.
Okay. And like she would have to come and like talk me down.
Yeah.
But I would have that energy of like, oh, you think I can care? Fine, let me just burn everything.
So innocent bystanders would feel the...
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's it.
That one I've improved. That one for sure I know I have improved. These are things that now I feel like these are...
So in these two we've talked about, actually it's things that used to happen.
Yes, they've improved. So like therapy, one of my breakups in 20 pandemic time. I think that's the first time I was like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through this.
Yes.
Like, just go through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm feeling angry, I just feel angry.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling sad, I feel the sadness. Like, go through all the emotions.
Yeah.
And just try to, like, use healthier ways to process. Whether it's like, oh, I like going for walks, I'll go for a walk. Or I'll spend time with friends. Or take a nap sometimes. Or talk to a therapist. Like I try, and I think I came out of it like much more. Interestingly, I thought the effects of the breakup went by faster compared to previous. Because I think previously with pep therapy, what would happen is you don't really process the feelings; they just kept somewhere.
Yes.
Then maybe 6 months down the line, they show up again.
Yeah.
And it's like now you're going through the grieving process like later. Yeah.
And so, life, if you don't learn a lesson within, it comes back.
Yeah.
It keeps coming back for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah. I would say there you were the drama.
Yeah.
No doubt. For bystanders. Yes. Yeah. I think this is now that I'm going to raise one of this a notch. My drama, toxic side, is ghosting.
Oh.
I'm the queen of ghosting. And I'm not happy to say this, but I think I'm improving.
I'm sorry, I didn't laugh.
I think I'm improving.
I think you are, yes.
Now I have conversations with people. Like,
that's true. That is true. Yes.
Yeah. But what stands out for me is this one situation where a person I was seeing who had potential of being somebody. It was not a situationship. It was actually something that it was a relationship. It was a relationship moving towards something, and we had dated for like 6 months. And we had taken like couple holidays together. We had gone to the mountains. We had gone in Switzerland. Like we had traveled a lot in Switzerland. So now we were like, okay, let's do this out of Switzerland trip. So we were like, okay, Barcelona. Because for me, Barcelona is a city I feel has a curse on me for this one reason. When we went to Barcelona, I think on your birthday or Caro's birthday in 2018.
Birthday. Yeah.
And Caro's birthday. I think I saw the city 2 hours only because we were either indoors or something was happening or we were hungover.
Yeah. And your trip was your days. You were there a shorter number of days than the rest of us.
Yes, I was there for like a day. So I was like, I want to go back to Barcelona. So we took a trip to Barcelona. It was meant to be a long weekend. And we had sort of it was not a misunderstanding. I would say it was sort of different points of view. And it was around midnight. And I booked a flight at 4 a.m. and left the hotel room and flew back to Zurich. I just left at 4 a.m. And I remember being at the reception checking out because, we had checked in together and sometimes they have your details. So I was like, okay, I'm checking out. The other person is left. And he came down and he was looking at me through the window like... So I remember looking back, thinking to myself, actually, I could have chosen to enjoy the city because this was the second time in Barcelona that I didn't even see the city. I was there like for a day and I could have chosen to have an adult conversation where I was like, okay, this does not make sense, like be amicable in the way of doing things. Yeah. So I know I'm the drama when it comes to avoiding conversations and actually physically ghosting socially ghosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this adds up because I think you said before you're an avoidant.
Yes. I'm a highly avoidant person. Yes. I avoid. Yes.
You were the drama.
I was the drama. I was the drama there. Yeah. But we are improving on that one.
Yeah, that one I think you definitely have.
I think I learned my lesson. So I hope the universe, God, please don't come back for me. I learned my lesson.
Wait, it happened to you?
Wait, it has happened, I think.
Before this situation?
To me, it happened to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been ghosted so many times.
Oh,
so
okay. I mean,
it was payback time.
Been ghosted. Yeah, that's
true.
It
was payback time.
Thank you for paying back on me.
But that was the biggest ghosting I've done, where I left in the middle of the night.
I think I'm a terrible ghost. DJ, if you think of something, just interrupt us.
Okay, no, I will do.
Okay, all right. Okay, this one, I think I only realized it after we had a conversation about something else.
Yeah.
And then I realized okay. I used to always say, I don't know why I was always getting attracted to guys who are commitment phobes or like emotionally unavailable. Then I realized I am emotionally unavailable. So it was a way to deflect off of the fact that that I myself I don't know if that makes sense. It was easier to always be with people who are emotionally unavailable because then it can always be the problem.
So
right?
Yeah.
So then when I got into a relationship where it was a healthy relationship, then I realized I am the problem. Right? Where vulnerability was very difficult for me. Like being emotionally open.
Yeah.
Actually, emotional vulnerability was very hard for me.
Okay.
And then I started thinking to myself, like, why is this thing so hard? Then I realized I've never had to do it because I was always previously chasing people who were not emotionally unavailable. So I never knew I myself
was also
emotionally unavailable.
I've seen places where psychologists talk about anxiously attached and I think avoidant sort of attract each other. Because if you're an avoidant, you're more unavailable. But the person who wants you so much is the one who's anxious. So all the time you keep feeding their way of attachment.
I would have said I was the anxiously attached one.
Yes.
And I was with people who are avoidant. But then they also say that you have multiple. You're not just one. It's not binary one. And it's not half and half. So then when I was now in a relationship where it's more like the other person is giving, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So now I should give.
Yeah.
All right. Like, that's when I started realizing, like, oh, damn. I was so focused on that. And the more they were avoidant, the more I would chase. But I think sounds sick.
Yes.
But there was a thrill in that.
Yes.
In that chasing, because it's always like an up and down relationship. Like things are always good or bad. It's like a roller coaster. There's no medium.
Yes.
Things are just regular.
Yes.
Yeah. So I also used to things that are we're either in high conflict or things are really good, and really good is like dramatically good.
Yes.
But there was never just regular. No,
like,
that never existed.
Okay. So the avoidant and the action.
Yeah. So I realized I have to do some work to be better.
Yeah.
Emotionally equipped.
Has it gotten better? How do you feel?
I think so. I hope so.
You hope so? No, the fact that you're able to recognize, and reflect back from a conversation, that's a great step, because most people don't realize this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The person I'm dating might say I'm better, but let's see.
Yeah.
You're saying something?
No. I was just listening and acknowledging what you said.
Which part are you acknowledging?
No, that's everything. Why are you doing this? Continue, please.
Okay, all right. You next.
Attachment styles is actually one of my most interesting topics recently to discover, like 1 or 2 years ago. I was gonna think. I keep coming back to work and career because I believe that's where there's a lot of subtle toxicity and subtle drama. But I do remember. I think this is a story where I have. It goes back into. It makes me proud, but it's also very toxic.
Okay. Okay, say.
So back then, like way back when computers were not really secure. For those who don't know, I'm a techie by profession. So when computers were not really secure, people didn't take too seriously, like, oh, do not click on a link or something. So there was this person who I was suspicious about their communication. And I sent to them, I created a little program and I sent it to them that was like a keystroke reader. So it reads your what you're entering on your keyboard. So I could get their passwords. So I stole their password.
Jesus, I think there's someone admitting to a crime right now. If there's anyone in law enforcement,
this was back in the days, like
doesn't matter. Can you give us your location of where you were at that time, just to be sure?
Secure your laptops, but it was not for any malicious intent. It was specifically to get some juicy gossip.
This topic is purely for entertainment purposes only. We just like to
do not do that.
I want to hear the story. Yes.
So I knew there was some conversations that were going on, and I was curious, like what was happening. So I sent them a link. I was like, "Oh, this is a really nice little program. Like, oh, install it. It will help protect your computer or something." And they clicked on it. I was like, "Yeah, finished installing." Blah blah blah. And then I got the password, and I could access what I needed to access.
What did you find?
I found that actually it was good that I did it because they were not the friend that I thought they were. So.
Oh, you found that?
Yes, I found a lot of that was related to me. So.
Oh.
Yes. So am I the drama? I am the
never to email you any data.
No, this was back in the day. We're talking about. No, let me give you context.
I will keep the gossip pure or purely oral. Nothing in writing.
This was like could be around 15 years ago or so.
Whoa.
Like back in the days when I think the only protection people had was an antivirus that needed updates, like barely scanned.
I remember those days,
yeah, like I think we had like Kaspersky. So some of these things like malware, I could not detect if it wasn't already in a database somewhere. So if you create like a program that you edit a little bit, so like you download something, you edit.
It bypasses,
because it's not a binary that's already existing. So. So I was so proud of my skills. I was like, God damn, look at you. They should hire you somewhere.
They did.
Well, they did. They did. But I was so mighty proud.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a why you should have begun with. What? Yeah, that is hella toxic. Yeah. Jesus. Okay.
This podcast does not condone any and all forms of tapping, copying, or scamming your friend, or bypassing passwords.
It's for installing malware. Okay.
No, we don't install malware.
All right. Let me see which one is my list. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think it's something I had in my... This was truly early 20s. Until I was character developed and I was like, this is... Pick me energy.
Ooh, yeah. I think did we talk about that?
We talked about that.
That was offline. No, it wasn't on podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can definitely recognize times like in my early 20s where I had pick me energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realized, so
So maybe explain a little bit what is pick me energy.
Pick me energy. Okay. To me, my definition of pick me energy is well, I know it from the girl side. I don't know what it's like from the guy side. But from the girl side, usually it's when you try to exhibit how you're so different from the other girls, which makes you either you're like, and you're trying to exhibit qualities or characteristics that make you so different from other girls.
Yeah.
With the goal of being attractive to guys.
Yeah. Being the chosen one.
Yeah, being the chosen one.
Yes.
By the opposite sex, by guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know I definitely had that in my early 20s. Where I'd be so, I think I've said in this podcast many times that I've only had brothers, and I'm the last one. So growing up, I barely had friends of my own.
Yeah.
So I was always tag along with my brothers and always around dudes.
Yeah.
So in my early 20s, so when I went to college, most of the friends I had, the people actually you went to the same high school with, or if you're dating, like the person you're dating, their friends and things like that. So when I left and college is also like a bubble of sorts, especially like I went to JQuat, so you're on campus a lot, like a little bubble on its own. So when I left to now go into the real world, like working, I had no friendship building skills. I had no female friends. Because I just there were rarely ever females around me because I was around my brothers or their friends. I went to JQuat at the time, was the ratio of women to men was like 1 woman to like 20-something men.
Yeah.
So there was so many dudes. So when I went to the real world, what was more natural to me was being around guys. I knew how to do that. I know how to have dude energy. I haven't know to the energy, but I know how to just be around the dudes because that's what I was around.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them they were either like friends of my brothers or people who grew up in the neighborhood.
Yes.
So now they're grown. We don't live in the neighborhood anymore, but the people who then you become friends of their friends, etc. And so I was not very discerning of sometimes dudes saying, oh, you're so different. And I used to thrive on that. Yeah, I'm so different.
Yeah.
And so, until I was character developed by a few dudes and I realized this is just a way for dudes to just try and hook up. There's no value to this stuff.
Yeah.
Then I think around 25, 26, I actually started building skills of making female friends. And to be fair, I'm really proud of now I have way more female friends than guy friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I know I really had major pick-me energy when I was in my early 20s.
But I feel like your pick-me energy was you were just being in your natural environment. Like, because you bonded with dudes more. You weren't, because the way I see pick-me energy is women who, first of all, will try to put other women down in sort of a way.
I probably did.
You did? Okay.
I probably did.
Okay.
Because at the same time, also then, I was very... because I was raised in a way that whatever guys can do, you can do, right?
Yes.
So I was always a very driven, very independent person. So I can say for sure in my early 20s, I would like girls who were like, oh, me, I just want to, meet a guy. I don't want to work too much.
Yeah.
I want the guy to make more than me.
Yeah.
I want to be a housewife.
Yeah.
I had no respect for women like that.
Okay.
Because I was just like, wait, what do you mean? We have fought to be this. Now I'm much more, hey, the whole point of equality and equity is you have the choice to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But in my early 20s, I was very much...
So you would tell the dudes, like, that girl is not the best person for him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I think pick me energy. I can see it now. Like you were trying to shine more than the other girls who probably had a different point of view in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never realized that you don't need to put another chick down.
Yes. Yeah. Pick me energy happens a lot more than we actually want to acknowledge. And sometimes it's very subtle in different ways, but It could be from our nurturing, from our life experiences, even from, like, if you've been rejected before, so you're fighting harder to actually get acknowledged and chosen in future. Like, sometimes people don't realize, but pick me energy. I know for sure I had a lot of pick me energy, but I was more of a victim pick me energy.
What is a victim pick me energy?
That's a different kind where you're like, well, yeah, me, I'm a good person. Like, I wouldn't put the other people down.
Yeah.
But I would be like, my pick me energy was more of like, I'm a brainy, like, I've gone to school, my IQ, well, I didn't say IQ, but I was like, I was a good student, why aren't they choosing me? But, sometimes like that energy, you have to sit in spaces where you're making conversations for other people to notice those things, but you don't find yourself in that situation all the time.
Yeah.
So you can't have that intellectual pick-me energy. I think that's what I would call it. Intellectual pick-me energy, which our friend Priska and I, we've talked about this before, where because you've always been told you're an A student, you're a perfect student, you're the smartest in the class. You're like, but why aren't all these other people recognizing? That used to be my pick-me energy back in the days. I've had that. Yeah.
I realized this. I had zero conflict resolution skills. So if there's conflict, I'm out. I had none. And I think it's growing up, and I think I've had people say this, and maybe mostly from African households, where you've never seen your parents
have a fight,
disagree.
Yeah,
it's just, you can sense people have disagreed. You can sense that, okay, things are not okay. And then that's it. But you never, maybe they resolve it like behind closed doors or whatever, but you never see like conflict and then healthy resolution. And that translated in my adult life. I did not have, and this translates across friendships, relationships, all of them. Like, I've had to build that.
It goes back to what I had said as my second one, where I was saying like I had been the queen of ghosting. It's because if I have a misunderstanding with somebody, or if I'm not agreeing to something, or if, let's say, we just come to a disagreement, to me, it's always been, that's the end. Like, we are not mending this thing. Like, it's broken, it's completely done. So part of ghosting is also like lack of, conflict resolution skills.
You don't want to have uncomfortable conversations.
Yes. And also you don't know how to do it because you've never learned how to.
Or even, and this blew my mind as an adult, and this was in the last 3 years, is there can be conflict. Then yes, let's say there's discussion or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it's only in my head. I'd always had this assumption that resolutions will be like this nice, tidy thing that you tie with a bow. You get? Where it's like, you say, yes, Jack, yes, here your point and you are right. Or I'll be like, yes, Carol, here your point and you're right. No, sometimes it can be, there's just no right or wrong. There's just your opinion and my opinion, and those opinions just,
they can coexist.
Yes, having to think that those, you just have to be like, okay, okay. There's no happy ending. Let me give one more. Okay. Well, clearly I have too many issues that I need to deal with. One that, and I know where this comes from. Hopefully my mother never watches this podcast. Guilting. I realize sometimes I have that.
So how do you guilt? Like, how would you be toxic in guilting somebody?
Whereby, sometimes in life you might want something and you can't get that thing. Right? Let's say I'm having an event. I really want you to come for the event. And truly you can't come for the event. But that still doesn't sit well. And instead of saying, fully understand where you're coming from, hopefully there's a next event and I hope you can come. Instead, I'll end it in a way that makes you, afterwards, you still feel guilty.
From not making it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So instead of me just saying, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I hope your thing goes well.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have another event. Hopefully you can come for it. I maybe would say, man, I've spent 6 months trying to put this thing together. And I picked this date because I was sure you had said that you'd be available on this date, but you're not available. But hey, that's cool. Maybe there'll be another event and you can come. All that preamble was unnecessary.
Yes,
but to make you feel bad.
Yes. That's that's very toxic.
Yes, I know.
but to sort of like, sometimes we say it without knowing what we are doing. Like, was it something that you realized you were guilting, or it was heartfelt?
It because I used to be guilted, or I'd be guilted sometimes.
So, okay.
And I'd find that that's something. So I'll give an example. My mom has done this once, whereby sometimes she would say, okay, no, we can't either come for Christmas or I can't come for this thing or whatever. And then she can go from zero. She can be like, that's okay. In this family event, if I just die tomorrow, nobody will care. And if I just, it's... And I'll be like, Mom, you're being extra. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come see you before Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I still live there and I'd still feel guilty. Yes. I feel like, man. Then I realized I picked up some of those things and I would do it. So I started thinking, let me observe myself.
Okay.
And I'd see myself doing it a lot. And someone would say, hey, I can't do this thing. Then I'll type, then I can read my text and be like, yo, all that was not necessary. Just be like, oh, cool, thanks for the heads up.
It's those things where your parent is like, you break one glass, they're like, break all of them.
Just break all of them.
Yes, in this house, we can never have nice things. Just break all of them.
Do you want this one?
Yes, even this one.
Throw it down. Throw it.
And we learn from those things subconsciously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed that I had that. Yeah, that one I've been working on over the last year.
Yeah.
But I know that's toxic as hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Am I the drama?
Because then it makes people, it's hard for people to tell me if they can't do something or can't make it for something.
Yeah.
Because they already think, shit, she's going to guilt me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, I need to stop doing that. Because then it also you're also affecting your friendships, relationships without knowing.
Yeah.
I have been much more cognizant of. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah. DJ, you have to give us one.
No, I'm perfect.
Did you say no? Perfect.
I am perfect.
Slightly toxic?
Nah, you see, you guys talk about stuff that's really...
Can I call out one?
Go. Go. Go.
Can I call out one where I saw you with Smokes?
Yeah.
I remember it was at the lake and we were, I think either you were late you were late. So you came a bit late and Smokes was trying to call you and you would not pick up his phone call. Yeah. I think you had fallen out, but you were picking everybody else's phone call. I think I called you or somebody called you, you picked it up.
No, I wouldn't. I'd never do that to Smokey. No, I'd never do that.
I thought it was in good, just like we laughed about it.
No, I don't. I'd never to do that to Smoke. If I didn't pick up, I genuinely just hadn't seen that call, and I saw every other call that came after.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't do that. If I don't wanted to talk to him, I just wouldn't. You see, there's no gray area when it comes to not being, with guys. Say, look, I don't mess with you. I wouldn't have come if I felt that that's not someone I wanted to talk to. So
yeah. Okay, maybe that was my interpretation. Because I was thinking to myself,
you guys don't know how to be passive aggressive like us.
No, I can't do it.
Oh, that's probably another toxic problem. But
No, but me, I feel. You know what I do with things that I'm happy with, or that I don't like, or people that I don't get along with?
Yes.
I replace them with things.
So
yeah. That's my talk with things, with like physical material things. So I can name things that I've replaced people with, or
name one.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
Wait, okay. Tell us something that we know you got recently, but we don't know who you replaced it with.
I got a car recently. We got a car recently.
Yes.
That was a replacement for somebody.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and
Like something new, physical to
like
excite
something
you.
physical,
Yes.
new. I need something all the time.
But when you look at that thing, is it?
It represents, and even the way I take care of it, or the way it costs me like a leg and an arm to have it. But I know it's like a whip that reminds me of who that thing or person is.
And question: can that, if you fall out with someone and you replace them with something physical,
Yeah.
can that person ever come back into your life? Is there space for them to come back?
There's been times when they have come back, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like, oh,
No, there's been times when they have come back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's just, I don't know. It's just a thing that I have that, with things do what they're meant to do. People will always let you down. But things will always work as long as you keep them the way they are meant to be kept. They will always work.
Isn't that a form of control?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. You could say that. But I'm not. I set my rules according to people. You don't have to abide by them.
Yeah.
But these are my rules.
Yeah.
So it's just yeah. So that's one of my. You didn't think he was. You brought this on. You didn't think he was going to go there.
To get you. We knew how to get you.
You brought this on.
We didn't know it was gonna go there.
You didn't know it was going to go there. There you go.
Like,
You see,
There you go.
me putting that on you sort of had you talking.
I said it.
Yeah, but it's a good perspective to have. Yeah.
I don't hurt anyone. I don't. You just.
Yeah.
I know it's not the right way. It's just the way I cope.
Yeah. It's our coping mechanism.
It's also a protection mechanism.
Yeah.
Because then, about to get, if you say you fall out with someone, so you've brought a thing in.
Yeah.
Do you ever process that the fallout? Or
yes,
now that there's a thing,
do you know
this is your...
The thing that I get represents something even with the way it is there in my life all the time. It needs to be something that I use regularly, that I really want. Sometimes that I shouldn't have, but it's there to represent that thing or person that is no longer in your life. And, it's just, I don't know, it's a way of, what's the word? Dealing with it without dealing with it,
But all the ways to deal with it have been exhausted. Like when you've reached a point where you're like, you know what?
No,
I've done the best I could have done. Now I'm going to take this route.
And it's not possible.
Okay, if it's not possible.
It's not possible.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
okay.
So this is not just like, we fought.
Yeah, no, it's not that simple.
It's
okay.
It's not
a lot
simple.
to get there.
Yeah.
It's not even possible to.
Yeah. Okay.
To
mend
it is
whatever
what it is, and that's what it represents.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
You didn't think it was going to go there.
No.
It went there.
It's good it went there. We got something.
Oh my God.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now this has been really dope.
Yes.
We might have an extra episode this week. We're trying to bring in a guest, our first guest. So we're looking forward to that. Tell us in the comments, DM us anywhere. Things that are toxic traits that you identify in yourself.
Yes.
That you have worked on, are working on, or you're like, fuck it. It's there.
Yeah.
Just, tell us. And it comes in all forms, to be honest. Could be in work, could be, I guess I discovered from this process, I was not that attached to my work. I could not think. All of mine were all super human relationship based. Carol had some really good ones from work, which it makes me I need to really
you probably don't have them at the front too. They're there. I'm sure they're there. Yeah.
I think it's good for people to we are always so quick to point out the log in other people's they say the stick in someone's eye and you can't see the log in your eye. Yeah. So I think it's always beneficial to also be introspective and look at yourself, and in what ways are you also bringing the drama?
Yes. Are you the drama?
Are you the drama? Thank you for watching.
Bye. Mic drop.
Mind the drama. Oh, who did the carry, please?